This is our 7th annual sponsorship forum, and this event is to highlight our sponsors that throughout the year support the community.
Really excited to be here today. It's an amazing opportunity for businesses of all size, large corporations, but also small businesses.
ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਅਦਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਚਰਚਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ਼ਿਪ, ਨੇਮਿੰਗ ਰਾਈਟਸ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਮੇਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਰੈਕ੍ਰੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਟ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੇ ਆ ਬੜਾ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਮੌਕਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਟੂ।
We really appreciate businesses that give back to our community. You may not know this, but a lot of the incredible programs in our city are only possible with sponsorship.
So if you want to invest in Brampton and if you want to be a sponsor, reach out to City of Brampton's Economic Development Office. Why and how to invest in City of Brampton. So today we have 7th annual sponsorship forum organized by City of Brampton. In case you want to invest in Brampton, you want to be a sponsor in the Brampton, so reach out to the Economic Development Office in the City of Brampton. So lot of sponsors like SaveMax, who has sponsored the SaveMax Center, and many others. So if you want to invest in Brampton and if you want to be a sponsor, reach out to City of Brampton's Economic Development Office. Let's see the full report.
Good morning, I'm Mike Miele. I'm with the City of Brampton sponsorship team. This is our 7th annual sponsorship forum, and this event is to highlight our sponsors that throughout the year support the community through our residential programs and community centers. So we have sponsors like SaveMax, who sponsored the SaveMax Sports Center. We have 407 ETR, Tim Hortons, TD. All of these businesses support the community to allow our residents to have preferred programming and recreation program to allow them to enjoy our community centers throughout the year.
Yes, starting with your name.
I'm Jay Paul Massey Singh. I'm the CEO at the Brampton Board of Trade, and I'm here today at the sponsorship forum run by the City of Brampton. Really excited to be here today. It's an amazing opportunity for businesses of all size, large corporations, but also small businesses, to understand how they can get involved and work with the City of Brampton and utilize the incredible platforms they build, from sports stadiums to events, to further promote their brand and engage the community in all sorts of different ways. So it's an awesome opportunity, not just for growing your business, but also for creating community spirit, awareness, and just getting involved in the community in a bunch of different ways. So we're so excited to be here and really happy that the City of Brampton is putting this time in to make sure that the businesses have this opportunity.
ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅੱਜ 7ਵਾਂ ਐਨੂਅਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਲਾਨਾ ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਫੋਰਮ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਰੋਜ਼ ਥੀਏਟਰ ਡਾਊਨਟਾਊਨ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਅਦਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਚਰਚਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ਼ਿਪ, ਨੇਮਿੰਗ ਰਾਈਟਸ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਮੇਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਰੈਕ੍ਰੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਟ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੇ ਆ ਬੜਾ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਮੌਕਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਟੂ ਦ ਡਾਈਵਰਸ ਐਂਡ ਦ ਫਾਸਟੈਸਟ ਗਰੋਇੰਗ ਸਿਟੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ, ਪਲੱਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਐਂਡ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਫॉर ਅ ਗੁੱਡ ਕਾਜ਼। ਸੋ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਟਲੀ ਆਈ ਵੁੱਡ ਹੋਪ ਕਿ ਲੋਟ ਆਫ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਵਿਲ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਵਿਦ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਆਫਿਸ ਆਫ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਇਨਕਲੂਜਨ ਹੈ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੀ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕੋ।
Today is our sponsorship forum. We'll really discuss the opportunities for businesses to sponsor incredibly popular events. I just want to say corporate citizenship matters. We really appreciate businesses that give back to our community. You may not know this, but a lot of the incredible programs in our city are only possible with sponsorship. Our giant Canada Day parties happen because of corporate sponsorship. Our New Year's Eve programming happens because of corporate sponsorship. Events like our annual Garba, once again, those are local businesses that have stepped up to sponsor it. We want to put on incredible programming, but it's not possible without the generosity of local businesses. And whether it's accessibility programs or Youth Pass, those have all been sponsored by companies that say, we care about where we live, we want to give back. And so today is a little bit of a conversation on corporate citizenship and sponsorship and how businesses in Brampton can give back.
Recreational program that might have not been possible otherwise. So thank you, Amazon, for that beautiful sponsorship. This year, more than 2,600 residents participated in our inclusive programming, from accessible swims and skates to multi-sensory room drop-ins and dinner and dance events. And that was thanks to 407 ETR, who I know are here today as well. Thank you, 407 ETR, for helping us achieve our goals of being an accessible city. These are just a few illustrations. We want our residents to see the corporations that give back, the ones that are community focused. You know, there are some businesses that simply do their business and they're not interested in the success of the city and our residents. And then there's others, like everyone in this room, who said they want to take a different approach, that they care about where they do business. They want to support the city. And for that, we are incredibly grateful. And I want to thank Mike Miele. He runs our sponsorship program. He's somewhere running around organizing today, and Mike does an incredible job. But when he's knocking on your door or making a pitch, it's to support initiatives like this. So please hear him out, because it's all about building the type of city we know we can be, where every opportunity for our residents is possible. On that note, we've got a really special keynote speaker today, Philip Haig, and our panelists will dive deeper on the true impact of sponsorship. I'd also like to thank our many incredible businesses who have generously supported Brampton's many programs and events and initiatives. So once again, thank you from the City of Brampton. Your contributions have made a difference. So thank you for joining us today. Enjoy the event, enjoy the speakers, and enjoy the panelists, and continue to believe in our city. Thank you so much.
Bill mentioned I'm AVP Social Impact and Strategy at TD Bank. What that means is my team oversees our philanthropy, colleague engagement, our economic inclusion products and services for Canada across the Canadian footprint, and work really closely with our U.S. foundation in terms of our philanthropy. I recently just had an expanded mandate that I'm really happy about, that I now oversee our arts portfolio. We have an incredibly broad arts collection at TD, so that's a recent addition to my portfolio. I love this presentation, actually. I mean, I'm not shy to challenge Phil at any moment, but the thing that I walked away from this is, you mentioned a few times the opportunity for fun and for creativity, which is great. I think the thing that we also have an opportunity to do is to help close the gaps and create a little bit more social cohesion through these fun narratives that really are relatable to a lot of people. And I think we're missing that.
I have the privilege of serving as the president of Canadian Tire Jumpstart Charities, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, it is the single charitable focus or philanthropic focus for Canadian Tire Corporation. We have the benefit of being fully supported by 500 plus Canadian Tire dealers around the country, thousands, tens of thousands of employees, the corporation itself, and it allows us to deploy somewhere in the vicinity of $30 million from coast to coast to coast. And in any given year, we might be able to help somewhere in the vicinity of 500,000 kids, 1,400 community-based organizations. We build infrastructure that is fully accessible and inclusive in communities across the country to enable access to sport and recreation. And we do that with an army, as I mentioned, of amazing, passionate employees and senior executives throughout Canadian Tire Corporation, where we also provide value back when they're investing in interesting things like their women's sports initiative, for example, their sponsorship of the Professional Women's Hockey League, Northern Super League, and hopefully, touch wood, fingers crossed, WNBA, if that ever materializes.
Sure, I know this is
you got it.
First and foremost, happy birthday, Phil. I feel like you snuck that one before us. But hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I am Dakota White. I run the PS43 Foundation, which is, as Phil mentioned, Pascal Siakam, former Raptors, personal philanthropy. Our whole mission is around advancing youth education through the lens of STEAM learning, digital technology, life skills, and mentorship. We'd like to think about our organization as a global one. We currently have operations here in Toronto, Canada, where he was a Raptor for 8 years. We're now scaling in the U.S., in Indiana, where he's currently playing, and we also do work in Douala, Cameroon, in Africa, where he is originally from. So we
touch on a lot of things as it relates to education. I'm sure we're going to get into it into our conversation. But I've seen you present before, Phil, and I always walk away just being so amazed by not only the passion that you have for the work that you do, but what you're able to share to the world as it relates to social impact. I think one thing that I took away from that presentation was you initially starting it off with, the world feels a bit pessimistic right now. And I think a lot of the material that you showed in that presentation was around 2020 and what that felt like for the world. And I think I could genuinely relate to the Adidas and Allbirds collaboration that you mentioned. I think the first time where I was able to see an impact in real time, or a campaign in real time really impact the world, was when Nike came out with, for once, don't do it.
Suffering through anxiety, depression, and lack of social cohesion, sport can be a powerful tool to address that. So if we listen to the participants or the individuals who we're trying to serve, we can come up and co-design with partners who are willing to come to the table to do something meaningful. The other element, though, is the willingness to take a bit of risk. Look, none of the work we are doing is surgery. Right? There's no lives at stake. Well, I mean, there are lives at stake, but not in the acute sense.